Hi, this is Kayla, again, proprietor of Luminous Lady Vintage and Be Beautiful Vintage. Here in my other personality as a watercolor painter and artist. Again, if you've seen the other two videos that I did on my first two paintings here in Santa Fe, I've been painting for about 30 years and in watercolor, and stopped for a little bit while we were living in Oregon for about 6 months, or 6 years, excuse me, and then have started again now that we're in Santa Fe. Have a lot of inspiration here. It's an amazing place for that. So this third painting that I did, I'll show you, it's called Mother of the Animals. I'll just let you look at it here for a second. And this painting, the original inspiration came from a fabric tonka that I found on Etsy that was from an estate sale. And I really don't know what time period it was from, but it was of Kuan Yin, and she was seated on this incredibly gnarly wood throne. And I thought, you know, if I had a throne, that's what I would want to have, is a gnarly wood throne. So that's actually where I started, and I thought, okay, once again, I wanted to create like a goddess or a wisdom lady of compassion, great compassion. And so once again, I kind of combined a lot of different traits, Native American, Tibetan, and so forth, because I didn't want her to be from any particular nationality or culture, and created this lovely lady on this throne, sitting on this throne. And as you can see in the gnarly wood behind her, maybe you can see some of these, there are little faces and things that kind of show up in the wood. These are things that I've done in my paintings for a long time. I love to hide kind of mystical spirits or nature spirits or whatever in the background, in the flowers, and in this case, I kind of saw them already in the throne, even though they weren't there in the other painting. They just kind of popped out. So I created the throne, and I painted her in the colors once again of kind of have to do with the Virgin Mary. There's the turquoise outer robe and the red inner robe. And the background, of course, I used a lot of I'm in love with the red earth here, and I used a lot of the red rock here, and I integrated again some Tibetan forms. This conch-shelled rock form that the water's coming out of is called a simulacre, as are these faces that show up in the throne, and they show up in rocks and anything. They kind of pop out and they're kind of hidden away in there, and they're called simulacre in the Tibetan tradition. Which I thought was really interesting, because I've been doing that all my life, and when I got into doing Tibetan tonka painting, I found out that they actually do that in Tibetan tonka painting too, which I thought was just wonderful. And over her shoulder here, there's the Thunderbird, or the rainbow bird, or Garuda. And again, the spirit that if you've seen the other paintings, you'll know that working with this particular energy in regards to calling the rain. So I have him coming in over her shoulder there, and we have kind of a rain cloud and rainbow and lightning swirling around her. And the water again, which is so important in the Tibetan style, coming down from the conch. And then I decided to have her be the mother of the animals. And this shape and this form of her sitting with her right hand down in a blessing with a deer, that's a very traditional form of a siddha or a wise man in the Tibetan tradition. So once again, I've kind of started there, and then I thought, oh gosh, it would be so wonderful to paint animals throughout. And then, so I started drawing in all the animals. And then I thought, well, what would be really fun then, this popped into my head, was it would be really wonderful to have pictographs of the animals in the rocks. So I used kind of traditional pictographs that portrayed these animals, like there's the bear And there's the crow, and there's the butterfly, there's the bunny, there's the turtle, there's the lizard, you know, the bobcat, the buffalo, the snake, and the deer. Oh, and the coyotes up there too have pictographs of those in the rocks next to them, kind of having to do with their spirit form or their energy, and taking this particular painting to a magical place. So it's not just ordinary reality that you're looking at here, it's non-ordinary reality. And so the colors again that I used are the really bright. I kind of changed that in the next painting that I'm working on, Guadalupe Consoling Mother Earth. This one, I was still really in my bright color mood, and I have a very close connection with the animals, and I'm very empathetic, so it's very hard for me to see animals suffering, and with the environmental things that are happening, they're very disturbing to me, and I send out a lot of prayers constantly for the various animals on this blessed Mother Earth, that we will consider them our brothers and sisters and be caring and treating them with respect. So that's where the deep heart place where this came from. So that's all I have to say today about this painting, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And as you may know, we're in the next painting we're actually doing the process of painting. We've never done that before, showing you kind of step by step how the painting evolves. So I'll hope you'll be looking forward to that, and that you'll also visit my shops, Luminous Lady Vintage and Be Beautiful Vintage on Etsy. Thank you.